Thank you guys for joining us today to evaluate Genesis Pure. Genesis Pure is a direct sales company, a 3.5-year-old direct sales company that addresses two issues in life. Number one, the health side. You know, next to my faith, health side is one of the main things that I feel like you can ignore to some point, but sooner or later you're going to have to address the health side. If someone has invited you to look at this presentation only from the health side today, that is a win for us, and we're going to try to give you a snapshot of what these products can do from a health benefit to get you started on. You know, we also have an opportunity from a financial side. You know, if you're evaluating, maybe looking for a part-time income to eliminate some debt, maybe looking for a career change, maybe just looking to purchase enough or to earn enough income to purchase your products. You know, we have a solution. I've learned to share with you 11 slides that's going to give you a snapshot of what Genesis Pure is, and we're going to try to accomplish this in about 15 to 20 minutes just to let you know an overview of what Genesis Pure has to offer. You know, first and foremost, I'm going to talk about our formulator and our founder, Dr. Lindsay Duncan, down at the bottom. You know, one of the things that really got my attention 3 years ago when I evaluated Genesis Pure is the fact that our formulator is also the owner of the company. What that told me really is I didn't have to worry about the quality of the products. You know, the products is going to be put out there the best that they can be put. You know, Dr. Lindsay, a lot of his clientele has been people like Demi Moore, Sharon Stone, Courtney Cox. He's the only naturopath to ever be flown into the White House to treat presidents in the family. Has over 40,000 clinical hours. In the last 90 days, you've probably been able to see him on The View, Dr. Oz, Fox News. And really what that meant to me is his reputation in the industry for the past 28 years meant that he was going to put quality, top organic, all-natural products on the market for us to be able to deliver to our friends and family. Dr. Lindsay Duncan hired Darren Hogue to be the president of the company. Darren Hogue used to be with Nature Sunshine, a direct sales publicly traded company, head of their foreign markets. It's been through his relationships that only at a 3.5-year-old company, we are already licensed in 8 different countries in order to do business. Genesis Today, this highlights our parent company. Genesis Today is right at $1 billion company owned by Dr. Lindsay Duncan. It's a traditional based company that offers, you know, breakfast puddings, breakfast juices, healthy alternatives to superfruit or to organic juices for the morning time. And, you know, I looked at this and I thought if we have a privately company that's right at $1 billion company that's funding us, I knew that we wouldn't have to worry about the capital in order to get our products into the masses. Our products, I'm going to camp out here a little bit. This is one of the things that really separates us from the rest of the industry. See, most industries, it's all about a magic pill, magic juice. With us and Dr. Lindsay, you know, the first time I had a chance to sit down with him, he told me, he said, Jeremy, I feel like what makes us different is our philosophy. We don't have a magic pill, but I tell you what, I have a philosophy that I've practiced for 28 years. That number one, if you cleanse your body, get all the toxins, chemicals out, the things that we have to survive daily, food, water, and air, they're all 3 toxic. So number one, getting those out of our body. Number 2, bringing our body back into balance as far as pH level wise. You know, that way if your body is where it needs to be from a pH standpoint, there's no way cancer, you know, any kind of Crohn's disease, anything can grow in your body. And number 3, building your body up with good nutrition and a healthy lifestyle. See, when I heard that philosophy, I thought I can share that philosophy with all of my friends and family, and that's what separates us from the differences of the company. I'm going to touch on some of our flagship products today, but it's literally impossible to go through all of our 40 different products. But number 1, I'm going to mention the Liquid Cleanse. Liquid Cleanse is going to clean out all 7 pathways of elimination: liver, lungs, lymphatic system, bloodstream, colon, your skin. I love the Liquid Cleanse because it's non-habit forming, it's safe enough to be consumed daily, and it's a great product to get as far as whole body cleanse to get toxins moving throughout your body. The next product I'm going to mention is our Goyin product. Goyin is based on traditional Asian medicine. It's got over 20 warming fruits, 20 cooling fruits. It's a product that's going to help bring your body back into balance, both pH level and hormone levels. I love it as well for my two boys. Drinking 1 ounce of that's the same equivalence of getting 6 fruits and vegetable days as far as antioxidants. And it's just been nicknamed in this company marriage counselor in the bottle, because again, it just helps bring back all of the hormones, bring back all of your as far as your mood swings and keeping them under control. Going to the orange product that we have here called Nutrition Pure. It's a liquid vitamin. That Nutrition Pure in every 1 ounce has over 290 minerals and vitamins. There's literally no way possible we are going to get the vitamins and minerals in the foods that we eat today. So it's almost a must that we take supplements. This liquid form, being that it's liquid, is going to be assimilated into your cells within 15 minutes. And that's the building product as far as that we get someone started on. So Cleanse, Balance, and Build really starts from the liquid cleanse, the Go-Yin, and the Nutrition Pure. That's what we try to start every customer on. And I tell everyone, for me, my health is worth $3 to $4 a day. You can take all 3 of those products for right around $3 a day, and my health is worth $3 a day. We also have a health trim line. If someone has invited you to take a look at this, and maybe you're looking for this as a health way as far as toning up, cutting body fat, we have a health line that has about 12 different products that puts heavy emphasis on someone wanting to do a 7-day detox program or a 30-day meal program, or maybe they're just wanting our meal replacement shakes to supplement for breakfast. But it's a line that someone can get you started and get you the information that can help you see rapid results as far as weight loss, if that's what you're choosing to do. I personally lost 25 pounds on the products. My wife lost 45, went from a 14 to a 4. And again, the Health Trim line has PDF files, everything that you need as far as meal plans and everything to follow. We have a sports performance line that is definitely second to none. We have over 14 different NFL teams that have players, choosing our product line. We have stay-at-home moms wanting to take their fitness to another level, or somebody that just says, you know what, I want to get the most of our workouts. We have 5 different products in that line, from pre-workout to during workout to recovery workout products. We also have a Pure Energy product that you see here. Pure Energy is a healthy, organic, all-natural energy drink that's going to give you 3 to 4 hours of mental focus, mental alertness. This Pure Energy, you may have already sampled that, or maybe you already sampled the E2, but both of our energy drinks, the great thing about them is an alkaline energy drink that not only is going to help perform well, but also is going to be good for you. So whoever invited you to look at this presentation, call them and say, what's best for me? And they will set together a program to help you reach your health goals that you want in the time frame that you want by making suggestions of what products to start first. Talking about our membership program, we're a direct sales company, but our membership program is similar to like a Sam's Club membership. For $39, that's all it costs to get started, get a 25% discount right off the bat with the products. And that's going to allow you to get your own ID number. That way you don't have to rely on your friend bringing you products. You can go into your own back office, order products at any time. The products come to your straight to your door. Also, you're having an 866 number you can call at any time to order products that come straight to your door. Again, the $39 membership is just an annual membership, and it entitles you a 25% discount on the product. If you look here at the middle of the screen, this is optional, but I recommend everyone doing the Auto Ship Rewards program. The Auto Ship Rewards program basically works like this. If you get 1 product a month, just 1 product a month, there is no minimum on that. So maybe this month you got $25 worth of products. Maybe next month you got $100 worth of products. The company keeps track of whatever you purchase, and they give you 20% back in rewards points in order to redeem free products. So if you kind of add the 25% and the 20% together, it maximizes your savings and pretty much gets you like a 45% savings on the cost of the products. Down at the bottom, this is really for someone that is evaluating this company from a business standpoint. You'll hear my testimony in a few minutes. I was definitely looking at this as a business. To qualify you to earn commissions, all you need to do is $120 a month. $120 a month to you get healthy, number one, and also to run a business. I owned a business before. There was no way I could run my overhead for $120 a month. Going to the next slide, You know, 7 ways that the company pays out. A friend that introduced you to this video, they can go over these ways that we get paid out. But I'll talk about the revenue shares on the very last page. And 10 commissions, I'm going to talk about that in the next slide. 10 commissions is really what helped me see the big picture when I was evaluating this 3 years ago. 10 commissions really, basically the company allows you to build 2 teams, a right team and a left team. So I remember when I looked at this, I thought, you know what, I can build a right team with a lot of people that loves the products, and I know I can find one business builder. Same way on the left team. I knew that over time I could build a lot of people that love products, just memberships maybe, that wanted to valued their health. And then I knew I could find one person that wanted to build a business. That's the simplicity in our compensation plan of building 2 teams on a right team and a left team. So if you look here, if I sign up, the first person I sign up on my right team, and in my case was my mom. Anytime else that I signed up someone underneath my right team, always went underneath my mom. So it's the power of stacking memberships on top of memberships and looking for one person that wants to build a business in each leg. The ranks page. This is one of the pages that I challenge everyone. If they're looking at this from a business, circle one of the projected earning incomes over to the side and say, you know what, that income is where I want to be in 90 days. You know, we've got Silver Director, on average $21,800 extra a year. You know, my wife and I have been fortunate enough to help over 200 families hit that level. $21,000 extra a year, guys, that's a life-changing income. You know, we've got $3,000 a year. Maybe you're just listening to curious about how to pay for your products. You know, we've also got over 5 couples that we've helped hit diamond level, you know, which is 6-figure income. 3 couples that we've helped hit blue diamond level. So again, just circle a projected income that can make a huge difference to you and your family. And whoever invited you to look at this can help you achieve that. Looking at the system, this is something that was important for me from the word go, is I want to be able to create a system. And my friend and I, Jared Burnett, that helped me get started with Genesis Pure 3 years ago, we really come together and said, you know what, if people follow this system, they will have success. You know, and the system is as simple as showing the plan. That's why we're doing this presentation. You know, allowing you to learn how to show your friends the sample or the presentation of Genesis Pure. And number 2 is sharing the product. You know, getting the products in people's body. And number 3 is connecting with a leader. You know, it's all about when you're new, you're not expected to be able to introduce Genesis Pure. That's why it's so important to follow showing the plan, sharing the product, and connecting with the person that introduced you to Genesis Pure. Also, we have a live Monday night phone call. Every Monday night, I do a phone call that introduces people to Genesis Pure. We go over our main core products. We have live people telling real testimonies about income, about weight loss, about whatever the results is from a product standpoint. And then every Saturday morning, we have a live business training. So we have come together, us as leaders, and provided a system that if you follow that system, you will have success. The next to last slide here, timing. This is one of the things that got my attention. You know, there was 3 things that really got my attention when my friend called me. Number 1 was Dr. Lindsay. I thought, you know what, I don't need to go Google Dr. Lindsay. If he's taking care of Demi Moore and President of the United States, that meant a lot to me. Number 2 was the team commissions. I seen the simplicity of building 2 teams. Number 3 was the timing page. You know, the one thing I've learned in life is most successful people has been at the right place at the right time in life, and they acted upon it. I'm sharing with you today of letting you know that you are at the right place at the right time in life. This study you see in front of you is a Harvard Business School studies that evaluated direct sales companies that's been around longer than 30 years. You know, companies that you've probably heard of, like Arbonne, Avon, Mary Kay, Nu Skin, you know, those top companies. And it broke it down and said, you know what? They had 3 major stages of growth that every one of those companies went through. A foundation stage, a momentum stage, and a stability stage. You know, the stability stage, of course, is where all those companies I just mentioned is at now. But here's what was important for my wife and I looking at this company. I looked and it says this, 70% of the wealth is paid out to the people that get involved during the foundation of those companies and build a business. You know, we are right now a 3.5-year-old company. We are at the F part of the foundation. more than likely, there is no one in your community that knows about Genesis Pure. But there's going to be a time, over the next 7, 8, 10 years that we're going to transition from the foundation stage to the momentum stage. And your friends and family will be knowing about Genesis Pure, whether you take it to them or someone else takes it to them. So look at where you are right now from a timing standpoint, and if it matches up with you, take action in understanding the timing of where we are as a company. The last slide, I'm gonna just recap of 3 basic things that you need to do to get started. Number 1 is enroll for $39. For $39, we've probably all done dumber things for $39. It gets you a position in the company. It entitles you a 25% discount on the product. Step 2, the auto ship. Auto ship, again, is optional, but I challenge everyone, even if you're looking at it from a maximum savings, get on the auto ship rewards program. If you want to be commission qualified, order $120 worth of products. And I challenge, if you want to make maximum money, try to at least do a 200-point auto ship. That way you're going to maximize your first order bonuses. But number 3 of doing your first order. See, on doing a first order, it's necessary because your auto ship does not ship out till 28 days after you enroll. So you don't want to wait 28 days to get your auto ship order to start taking products. You want to get started on a first order today. If you're looking at this only from a health standpoint, then I just challenge you to pick out what products that you need to get the fastest results possible, and then you can back up to a maintenance program. In 3 years, I've never had someone regret ordering too much products, and never had somebody call me and say, man, I lost 20 pounds my first month. I wish I'd have lost 10 pounds. I always challenge everybody, spend more up front, you can back up to a maintenance program. If number 3 on your first order, maybe you're evaluating this as a business like I did 3 years ago. I mentioned in the compensation page, we have one of the ways we get paid, it's called revenue shares. That's where the company sets aside 2% of the global volume every week that it brings in, and it pays it out every week to the individuals that purchased on the revenue shares, and if they sign someone up that week that bought into a revenue share pack. We have 3 different packs that you can buy into in the revenue shares. We have the first pack at $370, the second pack at $1,100, and the third pack at $1,800. I don't know what's best for you and your family and your situation. Here's the way I evaluated it, though, 3 years ago. I looked at the $1,800, and let's just round it up with shipping and everything to $2,000. I looked at it and I wanted to be able to make maximum income with Genesis Pure. And I'll never forget sitting down with my wife at a kitchen table and saying, if you look at that $2,000, I knew that my health was worth $1,000. So I'll never forget thinking, if we just pick out $1,000 worth of products for us to look the part with Genesis Pure, to get healthy, to feel better, I knew my health was worth that. Number 2, I knew that the business side, $1,000 to start a business, it's literally impossible to start a business for $1,000. So I knew that from both the business standpoint of $1,000 of getting products on hand, to be able to have samples, to be able to go talk to my friends and family, not waiting on the UPS guy to have samples come in. So I looked at it as $1,000 in business investment, $1,000 in an investment into my health, and that's the way I looked at it. If you're sitting here tonight and you're not able to come in with that kind of investment, then I tell you, no worries. Start where you can start. There's a lot of people that make 6-figure income in this business that started with a $370 order. So start where you can start. And let me share with you my testimony in closing. January 15, 2009, Jared Burnett called me and said, Jeremy, I want you to take a look at Genesis Pure. When he first called me, I'll be honest, I did not think Genesis Pure was for me, but I evaluated. And I thought if nothing else, maybe it'd be the products that I'd be interested in. And after he shared with me Genesis Pure, I looked at 2 facts. Fact number 1 is I looked and said health and wellness is one of the fastest growing industries out there. I mean, the people you are around daily are looking for organic, all natural, looking for more energy, maybe looking to tone up, perform better in the gym. And then I looked at fact number 2 is I knew direct sales worked. I knew because I had an old football coach that I seen make millions of dollars a year in this industry, and I said, you know what? This is a business that Jeremy Fouts, if I go to work every day, I can provide for my family. I started this only as a one-night, Monday nights of introducing my friends and family to Genesis Pure. And working one night a week in 90 days, I was earning $3,000 extra a month. The company pays weekly, $700 to $800 a week. only after 90 days, that meant a lot to my wife and I. You know, we had a 1.5-year-old son at the time. Our second son was on the way. And, you know, I just said I wanted to be able to own my own house. So I started working this business more time. I started working Monday nights, Thursday nights, Saturday mornings. Another 90 days went by and I was earning $6,000 a month. When I got to $6,000 a month, it just all reality come back and said, you know what, this is a lifetime opportunity for me to be able to do some things I've always wanted to be. My goal in life was to be a debt-free, stay-at-home dad. So I started working this business all the nights that I was able to work this business. And at the end of the first year of 2009, my wife and I earned $115,000. You know, looking back to January 15th, owning a struggling remodel company, to the first year working part-time, earning $115,000, there was no doubt that this is what was going to allow me to get out of construction to accomplish my goals in life. And I got out of construction May of 2010. Earned over $300,000 our second year. I then earned over $500,000 our third year. And on track our fourth year to make over $1 million with this business. You know, we currently are averaging $50,000 a month with Genesis Pure. And, you know, in closing, I just want to share with you what I did 3 years ago, and I challenge you to do the same. It's define reality for you. You know, it may be to pay off some credit card debt. It may be just enough to put money in a kid's college fund or to take that family vacation. You know, for you, it might not be finances at all. It might be strictly time freedom that you're looking for. But I challenge you, define reality. See, when I looked at this business, I looked and said, you know what? Every year I work hard, really hard, to end up in the same or similar spot. And I learned this, that in order for things to change, you have to change. If you don't change, chances are a year from today, you will be the same situation, a little bit older, a little bit deeper in debt, looking for an answer. I feel like you have the answer today in Genesis Pure.